Hi, everybody. I'm Kevin Falvey, editorial director at Fire Crown Media for Boating Magazine and Wakeboarding Magazine. I'm here today to interview Bob McCann. Bob is the lead certification consultant for the Marine Retailers Association of America. Bob, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You know, Bob, Marine Retailers Association of America, in my travels testing boats and doing stories for the magazines and the media brands, I see members all over North America. But for the benefit of some of our audience who may not be as familiar, can you give us the thumbnail sketch about what the MRAA is and what its goals are?
MRAA, back, they tell me in 1972, wasn't here at that time, group. There's about 20 dealers that got together in Chicago. They had kind of two primarily reasons for getting together. One is they just wanted an association to organize their efforts as dealers. There's a lot of things going on at a dealership level that they're just trying to get together and get done. And prior to the association, that was hard to do one at a time. So that's why they kind of joined. But at the same time, they're telling me that it was all about, well, if we do better as dealers, the customers will more apt to buy boats and get their boat service from us. So there was a strong education aspect to it. Let's kind of get together. Let's share some best practices so that we're not just out there on our own. We're working together to try to come up with better ways to keep customers out there boating.
Humble beginnings with such a great intent. How many members do you have in total today?
Yeah, the members now are up in the 472 actual members. That equates to about 1,200 dealer locations that you see out there. When it comes to the area that we work in, which is, you had mentioned certification consultant, we got 366 dealers that are in that program as well.
Well, let's talk about that. So there's a Marine certification program run by the Marine Retailers Association of America. Give me some examples. What's maybe a concrete example for the audience of how you can make a sales or a parts or a service experience better, or you set a standard, I guess, for excellence in one of those areas. So can you give me a concrete example?
One of the things is just getting some organization and some structure into the dealership. So if they have 3 different salespeople, it's helpful that all 3 salespeople are operating the same. So basically, we just start off with the basics and say, hey, what does your sales process look like? And a lot of them, frankly, when they start the program, don't have anything published. So we help them publish a sales process that everybody has input with, gets published, and then they start operating from that. And they find it's much, much easier. The person running the dealership now knows that everybody's got their part and are running with it. And saves them some time and builds in some efficiencies.
Can I ask, or can you give me a concrete example from the service side, like something that I'm a consumer, I bring my boat in for service, a certified dealer has a higher level of proficiency and customer experience because fill in the blank.
A certified consultant works with them, and they have to not just put a check in the box and say, I do this kind of stuff. They have to show it, right? So they have to show us complete repair orders. And repair order, for instance, has to show what was the complaint, what was the problem with the boat, what are you, the consumer, saying is wrong with the problem, and then the repair order has to come back and say what was the cause of that problem, and then what did they do to correct it, and that needs to happen not just at the end of the day, but prior to them doing the work, so that there's no surprises. So they'll tell them, hey, this is going to cost $500, $800, whatever the number might be. And that's the number they expect to pay when they leave. So real good fair practices when it comes to exactly what the issue is, what's causing the issue, and how do they corrected the issue, and that there's no surprises when it comes to the cost of it.
So now let me ask you this, Bob. We have the Marine Retailers Association of America dealer certification program. A dealer works with you. You work with the dealer. They're good to begin with. They become even better, more engaged, perhaps better on a number of fronts as a result of the certification process. Are they recertified annually? How do they stay certified?
Kevin, that's a great question. It's just like hopefully your doctor, it could be a real estate agent, could be architect, any professional out there has to go back to school, right? What they learned when they went to university or whatever, it was good at the time, but there's always new and evolving processes are coming out there. So they go through every single year a very rigorous continuous education process that not only works on education, but that employee satisfaction component comes up every single year. So they have to go through that. Facility checks come up every single year. It has to look and be a certified location. So those come up. We look at their customer satisfaction results and we compare them to last year and make sure that they're well aware of how they're trending. So every year they have to go through this. And they have to complete 4 courses a year. And it's typically on the areas that we focus on, whether it's sales process, service process, something in parts. And it could also be in the area of HR as well. So if you're a boat owner and you're looking for a service department, look for a dealer who's certified. You're just going to make sure that you've got a more education involved in that dealership, more processes, and there's more structure going on in that dealership. And again, if you're looking to buy one, look for that dealer who's certified as well.
Bob McCann, thank you very much. This seems like great information for the boat buying and boat owning public. Bob McCann, lead certification consultant for the Marine Retailers Association of America. There's over 1,200 locations in North America. Check them out. And until next time, I'm Kevin Falvey.